that's a little bit of your game? You know, it is a little bit, right? I told our guys that, they're like, what, who? The young guys, it's amazing, man. I use old examples sometimes of players, and you can see them staring at me, and I was like, okay, never mind.
Who are they?
What did I say? Reggie Miller, they knew him. I said, you know, he moves around like a lot of like Havlicek. And the guys are like, okay. So I said, well, let me get someone else. Ray Allen. Yeah, well, we know that one. So it's amazing. Goodness. And we didn't even have NBA TV growing up. Which helps. All right, I'm ready. After that.
Doc, just looking at the last time you guys played each other, what do you think it was that worked so well for you in Miami?
Well, we shot the ball well. We got off to a horrible start, if you remember the first quarter. But we shot the ball well. We handled their traps. They trapped Kawhi quite a bit. And I thought we handled that well. And we handled the zone well. We move the ball. We shoot the ball well. We drive the ball. And those three things, I think, help when you're going against zones and when you're getting trapped a lot. So that's what we did well. And then I thought in the second half we defended. They're tough. They move. They play at times like an inverted offense where the point guards are 5. And you gotta really guard from their cuts, their movement, and their threes.
Hey, Coach. Congratulations on, I think you guys set the record, the franchise record at least, of wins to this point in the season.
We get something for that?
No, I know that. I know they didn't matter to you. I know they didn't matter to you, but I just wanted to give you a congratulations for that. But at what point do you start looking at the standings and kind of identifying how you want to finish?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever looked at the standings. I don't really care. I really don't. There's nothing I can do about them. You know, it's not like high school and college where you can kind of cheat on the tests. You know, you can't do that. It's going to be whatever it is. It's up to us. We have to play well. We have to be playing well when the playoffs start, and we have to be healthy. Other than that, the standings really, I don't look much at all. People tell me, but I don't look.
With being that you guys are getting healthier, do you feel a sense of continuity coming on?
I think we have a chance of getting continuity.
Okay.
You know, we've had just 2 games really when you think about it. So, like if I had something that I would hope for, that would be my wish in the second half. You know, at the break is that we have a full roster for the remainder. That would be really nice for us.
Okay.
Doc, is there anyone that Bam is comparable to?
That who?
Bam Adebayo?
I don't know. They keep saying Draymond, you know, which I guess is a pretty good comparison, but, you know, he's Bam. You know, he's doing his own thing, and each guy does that. So he's a joy to watch, I can tell you that. You know, he's physical, he plays hard, he defends, he rebounds. He's a one-man break at times, and he's a heck of a passer, you know. So he is a fun guy to watch when you're prepping for teams. Every once in a while, you'll watch a guy and you actually enjoy that, you know, and he's one of them.
Doc, to get back to your point about continuity, I mean, the trade deadline coming up tomorrow, that continuity could be out the window, depending on what happens. I mean,
I get a feeling it'll be the same, but you just never know.
okay, yeah. As a player, were you nervous before the trading deadline? And as a coach, are you?
You clearly didn't see me play. I was never mentioned in the trade. No one wanted me.
Unfortunately, I did see you play.
Yeah, no one. Very few people wanted me. You know, I don't know. I don't think this is a different generation. I don't ever remember being. But we didn't have the social media. We didn't have all this stuff. You know, we got traded. When we found out we got traded, Stan Kasten would call your house and you would say, "Hey, what's Stan calling for?" And he'd tell you you're traded. I mean, there was no rumors back then. You know. Clearly you guys weren't doing your jobs as well, you know, but now there's, you know, everyone knows everything. There's no secrets in the league. You know, it's tough. I would guess it's a lot tougher on players now than it was 10 years ago for sure.
So what about the continuity? I mean, you've been talking all season.
Yeah.
We haven't all been together. We haven't had time to get together.
Yeah.
And it could be disrupted again.
Well, I don't think so. You know, I don't worry about that, but if it is, it is. It's probably for a reason, a good reason, but I can't see that happening.
Hey Doc, getting back to Miami and the way they played Kawhi,
Yeah.
doubles. Is he seeing a lot more doubles this year? And are you
Yeah.
scheming in particular, or you just letting him react and respond?
Yeah, we work on it every day. We really do. We started in camp, and our guys do such a great job of spacing. Our big, the key is the 5. He gets to the right spot so he can be the passer. Zub and Trez, our guys space and cut. So that is absolutely something we kind of anticipated, and we do it with ball now as well, and some with Lou. Lou's a tough one because of his size. He can't just throw it over, so he has to do it in different ways.
Hi, Coach. Could you please say something about the Chinese fans who is suffering from the coronavirus?
Well, get healthy, and you can ask them to come back on NBA TV and watch us more. That would be very nice.
Thank you.
That was a good plug.
Please come back. We need you.
That was a good plug.
Did you see the salary? Never mind. I'll stop right there.
Maybe not Cleveland.
Yes.
What do you think of the new format of the All-Star game this year?
I didn't know there was a new format.
So they're like dividing the results up into quarters, and then the last quarter you're trying to do a target score.
I have no idea. You're talking like Russian or something to me right now. I haven't heard this at all. So what are they? It's not a normal game.
No, it's not.
I didn't see it. I'll answer the next time. I don't even know what we're talking about.
Generally, why can't it just be competitive in normal circumstances?
Well, that's the question of the day. I was lucky to make one, and I was lucky enough that it was in Chicago, and I was also lucky enough that there was some, I don't know what was going on, but there was some stuff going on, and so the whole Michael, it was some stuff going on, and so it became a competition. Michael made sure of that at halftime. If Mike Fratello remembers the Michael Jordan halftime speech, it was a pretty damn good one, and it was great. That would be nice if we could get back to that. So it's not happening.
Doc, Pat Beverly just been named to play in a skills challenge.
Yeah, I found that out today too.
Yeah, have you talked to him about it?
No. Just stay healthy and stay in at night. He didn't say that.
How was it being playing at home in Chicago?
It's great for Pat, I will say that, because he gets to go home. There's no one that represents Chicago as much as him. He does it in the starting lineup, so it's really a cool thing for Pat. He'll have a lot of fun. He'll compete too, so he may change that level of intensity for that thing as well.
It's been 1 year today since the Tobias trade. What do you remember? Was there a lasting memory from that night? It was so late. I think it was like 3 a.m. in Charlotte.
Yeah, it was a tough night. Whenever you trade a player, Tobias is just a great guy. Obviously he's a hell of a player, but he's one of those guys that you love having on your team. Just you like seeing him every day. Bobby as well. So that was a tough night for us. It was a good night in the long run. It was the right thing to do, but those aren't easy nights for coaches.
Could you see that lasting, the potential for the impact what it could lead to in that moment when you're shipping out 3 or 4 guys?
You don't see anything at that point because you don't have anything. You have a plan, but you don't know if the plan's going to work. You just don't know that. But it was worth it. We were willing to take the risk. Whether it worked or not, we thought it was the right decision.
You were talking about Bam earlier, and when he was in college, he was kind of like a low post beast. And
Yeah.
Now he's this playmaker who passes on it. Is that a scouting thing that where they're able to? How are they able to project that a guy's going to be?
I don't know.
able to
Miami
do
does it pretty well. Duncan Robinson, Nunn, Hero. You just start listing them off, but they do a very good job of it. And they somehow figure out the guys that fit the way they play and their IQ. But there's a lot of guys in college that come to the pros, and we find out, wow, he can do this. Patrick Ewing. You remember his first game? He made like 5 jump shots, and we were like, I didn't even know he could shoot. So that happens a lot. But to Bam's level, you don't see that very often. And probably testament to him, though, that he just works his butt off.
Hey, Coach, one more. From your vantage point, what happened to the competitiveness of the All-Star game?
Oh, I have no idea. It just went away, became more of a show. I mean, I have no idea. And it would be very hard to get it back. Well, once you lose that, that's tough, So, I've always thought they should raise the stakes and winner take all, but really raise the stakes and winner take all. I think fourth quarters would be great. I can guarantee you that.
Thanks.
All right, guys. Thank you.